We allying or betraying?
Ally.
Ally? Huh, okay. Boring.
Listen, I always ally.
You betrayed a few times.
Well, I betrayed Dio. He doesn't count.
You betrayed a small child.
And then it's a sleeping child. They don't count either.
I think there was one other where you betrayed too. You didn't trust them?
No, I think ultimately I betrayed, like, without allying first, just Fork and Dio. There have been people who I wanted to betray, but I allied knowing full well that they were going to betray me.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose ally after all.
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out, since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand.
Gross. Gross.
I didn't write this!
Like I did not like that.
What the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No.
The liquid
that was impossible.
Thickly from the slit in my hand.
You know, like that one horror thing with the eyes in the hand, but it's not eyes.
Do you mean the monster from Pan's Labyrinth?
Sure.
Yes,
I've only seen pictures. I haven't watched that movie.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, well, I don't watch good movies.
It's such a bad movie.
I don't watch bad movies. No matter how many white blood cells clump together, you'd never get anything that looked like that. I've never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I've seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. But every single time, I'd blood red, like any other human being. So why was it that this time, it was white? What the hell is happening to me? Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results. Yeah, right. On my way. Did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. Ally, ally. Ally, ally. 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 Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
This is incredible! Everyone voted ally! You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose betray after what Fi said to me?
Tenyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we had Alice would have died. Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess. We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. So, Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright? Come on, what's wrong? Just say something. Huh? Oh, yeah, looks like we all allied. That's great. Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make a pass at Luna and get shot down? No, nothing like that. Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh? For Dio could continue. What?
It's a yoki.
For Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of the doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
Heavy metal.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on the usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them. We can open the gates as many times as we want to. And that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we'd like. Right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your color gets all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are. Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat. Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan and I'm a magenta.
I'm a Sigma, the only solo, huh? A red solo. What are the 4 we left in the infirmary? Luna and I are pairs, the 2 of them are our partners. I mean, the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
What is that?
Did you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the floor B warehouse. Have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh yes, fine, I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark, there they were. Oh, do we have to? Nobody's even traveling right now, this is just... Each one had a box, just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there could be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah, if we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. Want to check up on Quark and Alice. I shall accompany you then. Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here. What will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something.
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. Managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed. Whoa, hold on. Private talk. What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise it's nothing.
Humph. Fine, whatever. See if I care. Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out the yellow door. Tenmyoji and Kei quickly followed. In only moments, all three had disappeared. So, what was it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off.
Is this the Luna ending?
No.
Did we already get the Luna ending?
No. The garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. Came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's a perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore in the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment, and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom, and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Hmm?
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Blue Bird?
Yeah, well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Telltale and Mytel get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's It's a well-known story. And it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all this is just in my head, but it really felt like that's what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Telltale and Mytale try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
It changes. Now the message is, just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while. But in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for. And it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy. You know, Sigma, I think you might be Telltale.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve?
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge.
Longy.
It was after we split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the Lunge.
So you went from the Lungy to the crew quarters? You found Alice? And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice. Didn't you? Doesn't make any sense. There shouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma. How do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma. Are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See? It would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes. I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I need to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot. Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by a science fiction author named Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Oh.
Is that me?
I think it's you saying the rules.
Didn't Golem say the rules originally?
Did he? I don't think so.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws.
Oh yeah, I've heard those before. That's just an ideal though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them, in you. However, you're programmed. I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, Adam should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. Heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. When I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there? Just me.
Fi?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago. Did you hear what we were saying? No. We were talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Shit! This is...
An antimatter bomb. Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew recorder said 03, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment. You're saying that there's an O2 bomb out there somewhere. I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah. Who planted them? Was it... was it you guys? I mean, you've been here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was, taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret. So I got curious and went back to the 4A warehouse. Of course, you weren't there. But that seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you didn't notice me, so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice. I need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji, Kay and Dio, and of course Alice and Quark. Both seemed to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them that they'd been completely insane not so long ago. Alright everybody, listen up. I told them how we'd found the number 1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there's probably a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too. This is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something. There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter the password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it, right? Here, there's a port. You find the password input device. You can connect it, and then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them. Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want you all to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance that we've got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
They're planning to search us for it.
Exactly. But no buts. If you refuse, then I'll just assume it's because you've got it. And you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear. Good. Now, who's gonna be first?
Dang, I was hoping for ellipses from Alice and Quark. Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words are out of my mouth before I even realized I was saying them.
How can you? There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded and turned away.
Doesn't she know about morphogenetic fields?
I think she always knew about it, but this isn't the timeline where we discussed knowing things we don't know and stuff. Or knowing things not from this time. We haven't discussed timelines in this one. I know who set the bombs. That person. And here's where a lock would be. That person is you, Dio. Achievement unlocked. Who set up us the bomb? Part one.
So we got part 2 already?
No, we got part A. This is part 1.
So who set us up the bomb part A, and then who set us up the bomb part 1?
Yes.
I hate this game.
Why? I mean, it doesn't know which order you're gonna get them.
Bye, see you later.
No. You have a line.
Too late. Too late. Goodbye.
No. Oh, that messed up the Discord. God. Gotta have the game muted because I gotta switch open to make you the center of the focus again for the overlay. You mess up the whole overlay when you do that.
It was for the bit. It was for the bit. I'm back. Let me know when. I don't even have a line. Right. This is you.
Come on. What is this? Are you high? Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Cape. Could you hold him down? Well. It's on him, I promise. Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards. So, this is in court. Besides, all I want is to know who set up the bombs. Part A.
Disgusting.
And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that and I'll look like an idiot. Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs? Because. Spit it out. I know about the Myrmidons. The Myrma what? Beg your pardon?
Myrma what now? Ash? No. How do you know that, Sigma?
Well, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. Oh, okay, this is all the same. Cool. Save a bunch of time.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is EQDDYRNTK. Got it?
Yep. So we got all the bomb passwords.
We do.
There's also bomb 0, isn't there?
We have that.
Okay, cool.
Bomb number 2.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Ah, well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. I don't think we haven't found Bomb Zero's location, though. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up. Where's the input device? Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, I just can't remember. You son of a bitch. Well, anyway, it's time for me to be moving on. Moving on.
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course. No. Wait. Threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. This is okay, this is the same again. It's temporarily different because it's a different bomb.
Now it includes gunky stuff on Dios' cloak.
How much time do we have left? About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white door is open?
Oh, coincidente! 20 minutes.
Coincidente.
The same.
Carmine coincidente.
Accident.
Car coincidence.
Car coincidence.
What? So what do we do?
We put in those passwords to stop the bombs.
We searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Only one thing to do then. And that is, we split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see the despair on every face.
Alright, no point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, you still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're gonna have to look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not.
Right.
Oh, the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the 4B warehouse. What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario, we'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the 4B warehouse. Once you've done so, we'll begin to search for the input device and the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could go blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Okay. I guess we're just going over here. Crew quarters. Room 2.
The light's flashing. Guess the countdown started. So, what are we gonna do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else.
Okay.
If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, we'll meet back at the 4B warehouse. Got it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say? Swimsuits never quit.
What? No, that's not a thing. It doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
It's like a different pose. I don't think I've ever seen her do that one. I'm just trying to show you what life's still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. I'll admit, I am a bit curious.
Gross. All right, looks like we're on the same page. Now get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Remember, we're in like the worst Sigma timeline, so we gotta like. She has to use that to her advantage.
Yeah.
Fine. Be careful, right? I checked the time I braced as he headed out of the crew quarters into the hallway. It wasn't good news. Damn, only 15 minutes. Need to hurry. I broke into a run. Ah, infirmary. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. I hope it was before long. It's the room next door. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary. Oh, that was a loud one. Spent a lot of time. Spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow. It might all been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped in there recently. There was no way to know. In any event, I had to start looking somewhere.